What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for TheLines.com. Back in the home office, feeling good after traveling a little bit this weekend. And here we go with Monday Night Football. We got the Broncos and the Chargers. As always, everything we do, absolutely free. Hit that little subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up. It helps us climb up the rankings, all that different stuff like that. You want to help us out, we appreciate it. Thanks for everything. And then in the comment section, let us know how you are going to play this game. So as we sit right now, we are sitting 4.5 in favor of the Chargers. 45.5 to 46 is your total. Starting to see that total creep up just a little bit here in this one. Guys, pretty straightforward handicap for me in this thing. And I'll scroll down. You can take a look at some of the injuries we're looking at here from the Chargers side. Keenan Allen's not going to play. That seems to be pretty well known at this point. So Keenan Allen not going to go for the Chargers yet again. And then a ton of guys that are questionable here for the Broncos. That being said, it is a pretty favorable injury report for them, and they're actually going to get Justin Simmons back as well as safety. So good stuff for them. All right, so here's the offense and the defense to kind of compare things. For me, I think we're trying to look to buy at the very lowest point on this Broncos team. And I know that is, you're probably doing the same. I know. I watched the game too. I know what we've seen out of this offense. I totally get it. But it was a short week last week, so we get like kind of the mini bye to try and figure some stuff out. The mini bye to maybe get Russell, if you believe that shoulder was hurting, for him to get some treatment on that thing. So more than anything, it is a bet that they are not completely, absolutely broken. And you know what? They might be. And that could be, first-year head coach could just be the worst head coach in the NFL, and all of this stuff that we thought about this Broncos team coming in could go out the window. But, I mean, look, it is a team that at least is getting a defensive matchup here against this Chargers squad that has been very much underperforming. Now, look, a lot of that can do with the fact that Bosa hadn't been able to play for them. But, look, we're talking about a team that is 25th in pressure rate, so Russell Wilson should have time, in theory, to throw the ball. But I mean, it's other stuff, right? I mean, Pro Football Focus, just overall, the Chargers defense 25th. If you look yards per play, they're 28th in the NFL. They are dead last in yards per rush given up. Their early down EPA is 26th in the NFL. Their points per play is 30th. So I mean, this defense has been bad for the Chargers, actually. And one thing we know, the Broncos defense has actually been pretty good. So I don't think that they're going to completely shut down this offense for Herbert and the Chargers or anything like that. But what I do think is you're probably going to put Patrick Surtain on Mike Williams, who is, again, your only guy because Keenan Williams isn't going to go. And then now it's going to be, hey, Justin Herbert beat us with Austin Eckler and Josh Palmer and, stuff like that. And they might. But for me, I just think it's just a decent point when we're getting, 4.5 points to go ahead and just take advantage of it in a game that might still be ugly and gross and all that, like that we've seen with these Denver games, but we're getting more than a field goal. And I think that is a really big key point here in all this. I've seen some really smart people come in and say they want to play the over in this thing. I'm staying away from the total altogether. I think that defense for Denver's too good to bet an over, but then at the same time, and the offense has been so poor, but at the same time, look, the Chargers and Herbert have figured out ways to move the ball, and Staley's been pretty creative, even with Keenan Allen not out there. And, I think that there's at least enough of a chance that this thing could get over. So it's just going to be a pass for me on the total. But again, I do know some smart people who are coming in on the over in this one, just expecting some sort of regression, some sort of positive regression for this Broncos squad. For me, just not for me in this one, but I do like taking the points with the Broncos here in what could be a pretty gross game and a game in which they have the defensive edge by far in this thing. And from an offensive perspective, as bad as they've been on offense, you do at least get a Chargers defense that's coming in that's been beaten up pretty badly and that you can run the ball on as well. So even if Russ kind of sucks, you can still run the ball on this Chargers team as well. So that's where I'm at in this one, guys. From a prop standpoint, look, it's a gross one. It's going to be a very small wager for me. But again, just betting on positive regression here that Russ can finally get something going. So I'm going to play the over for Russ on the passing yards. Again, small play. It's more betting on the mini buy to try to figure some things out, the mini buy for him to rest his shoulder and get a little bit better. And the fact that there's just too much damn talent in that wide receiving core for this team to struggle as much as they have. And there's other path to this getting home as well, not only from a Denver just having success in this game standpoint, but the other standpoint of, hey, if they get down in this game, then Russ just has to throw all the time, right? They just have to completely abandon the run and just pass every single down. If that's the case, I mean, 230 is pretty low for what this offense should be able to do and the potential for this offense. So from a same game parlay standpoint, guys, again, not in love with this game totally, kind of a crap game, but if we're telling a story of the Broncos keeping it close, so we'll take the Broncos with the 4.5. Russ is going to go over 225 passing yards. And if he's going to go over 225 passing yards, most likely his two big receivers are at least going to hit kind of their minimum threshold here. So like a 50-yard Cortland Sutton day and a 35-yard Jerry Jeudy day. And we'll get almost 4-1 on that. If you want to be a little bit more adventurous in this and say, you know what, I don't want to take the bare minimum on Cortland Sutton. I think he can get to 60. Then you're getting a 4.5 to 1. If you don't want to take the bare minimum on Jerry Jeudy either and say that he can get to 45 receiving yards, now you're getting up into the 5 to 1 range. So again, you can be a little bit more adventurous with this if you wanted to. I just want to show you kind of the baseline look at that. And then we could, you can adjust from there depending on what you want your payout to be or how adventurous you want to be in this. But this kind of tells the story of the Broncos being able to keep this thing close. Or, if this thing becomes a weird shootout of some sort where, last person with the ball wins, then this could also get home with this story right here as well. But guys, again, full article over here on the site. I'm just going to bet on the really good defense in Denver and the positive regression aspect from an offensive standpoint. Don't love it, but I think that's the only way to play this one. Can't be laying 4.5 with the Chargers in this state with all the injuries and things that they've got going on with them. As always, everything we do, absolutely free. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section, how are you playing Monday Night Football? We have free contests, so be sure, get in the Discord up here. We're giving away cash. We're giving away swag. We're giving away all that stuff. So you just got to be a subscriber to this channel and then go join the Discord as well. Good luck on all your bets here on Monday Night Football.